What's up? Black Bigot here. And this is a two-part video series on my sexual escapades with black women. The first video was entitled, My First Time I Slept with a Black Woman. This video will be entitled, My Last Time I Slept with a Black Woman. This is a very embarrassing story, but I'm going to go ahead and push on because it needs to be said. And this video could be entitled, Why Friends Don't Fuck Their Friends. So I had a friend that I knew in Seattle. I used to live there about 10 years ago or so. Very good friend, black woman, right around the same age as me. She owned a website or something like that. This woman was a very good woman. We were cool. Like, she was like a good friend of mine. We talked on the phone quite a bit, and we would hang out and go out and do shit together. Now, I knew she was attracted to me because she told me she was, and she wanted to fuck me, is basically what she used to tell me, but I wasn't really into her like that. I mean, she was attractive. She looked just like Jill Scott. Just like Jill Scott with a puffy afro. She was really, really thick. Real big, about 5. She was about 5'11". She's like 6 feet tall. She's about the same height as me. So, I knew her for about a year or so, and, you know, everything was cool. Until one night, which is usually how these stories start. I'm at her house, we're hanging out, we're drinking, have a couple beers. So I get up to leave, right? And she goes, you better not, go, you've been drinking, and the cops are out tonight. It was Saturday night, and we're in West Seattle. It's a little busy over there. So I'm like, I got a shitty van, out of state place. Yeah, cops ain't gonna dig it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I said, I'll just crash here. So we was talking a little bit more, so I went to go jump in the shower. I get out of the shower, and I go to lay down in the bed in the living room, and she, like, lays down next to me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, why don't you go in your daughter's room, because her daughter was with the father of the dad. And she goes, this is my bed, motherfucker. And I was like, okay, this is your bed. So we lay down, and I fell asleep because I was dog tired. I had just worked like 10 hours. So I go to sleep, and I wake up, and her thigh is kind of touching mine. And I'm like, okay, well, it's okay. It's just a thigh. Just a thigh. That's it. So she starts kind of like sort of grinding and me, sort of. Now, I gotta lie, I was dicking it, I was like, oh, whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, we started messing around for about the next hour and a half. Now, nothing that had digits, nothing involving digits, but everything else was, so we were pretty much heavy petting is what you call it. So we're doing this for at least an hour and a half. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm like fucking raging to go, but I don't want to because she's my friend, and I'm thinking this is a bad idea. So all of a sudden she jumps out of bed, goes into the bathroom for like 2 minutes. I'm thinking nothing of it. She comes back out ass naked, and she walks to the bed and she throws a condom at me, and she goes, nigga, we fucking. Just like that. And I told her, I was like, look, Michelle. I mean, that's not her name, but let's just say her name's Michelle. Look, Michelle, that's a bad idea. I said, I'm not going to last nothing but 5 minutes. I said, this is a bad idea. She's like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. We fucking. And I'm like, well, let's see what happens, Black Bigot. Let's just do this. So she jumps on the bed and just gets into the doggy style position immediately. And I'm like, oh my God. She had this huge, huge ass. Like, everything about her was big. Big thighs, big ass, big tits, big hips, just everything. She was like juggernaut. Like, just, I mean, attractive. She wasn't fat. She was just big. Like Queen Latifah set it off, but just big, tall, big. So I put the condom on, and I entered her. You heard right. I entered her. So I don't even think I got 15 seconds into it, and I feel myself about to, finish. So I pushed myself back. And I said, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea. And she said, just keep fucking me. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, what guy has a problem with that? So I was, doing all that, you know what I mean? And I feel myself about to come again, and I pushed back. And I said, this is a bad idea. I said, girl, I'm not going to be able to finish. I'm going to, come. And she said, just keep fucking me. Okay, well, all right. Sister, settle down. Shit, we ain't got to get all gangster. So, I ain't going to lie. 20 seconds later, I came. Blam! And I felt bad. I was like, hey, I said, sorry. But, mind you, I ain't going to lie. That's my fault. But I hadn't had sex in about 3 months prior. And an hour and a half of groping me, yeah, come on, what the fuck? But again, this is my fault, because I didn't have to have sex with her. So after I came, I was like, I said, just give me like 20 minutes just to kind of rest. And she goes, okay, cool. Well, there was no 20 minutes because I fell right to sleep. I ain't gonna lie, for what it was worth, the sex was great. I woke up the next day, and she was pissed. She was pissed. And I was like, well, I gotta get to work. See you later. Bye, tit. And that was it. That was the last. I never heard from her again. She didn't call me. I called her a couple times, and she wasn't answering her phone. Now, granted, I understand I gave her some bad dick. All right, I understand that. Okay, we all can't be perfect. Okay, Black Bigot ain't perfect. But I was like, damn, that was my friend. I mean, I was cool with her. So I called her twice. I got the hint. And then one day, I was like, fuck it. I was like, fuck this broad. I said, I'm going to go there and see what the fuck's up with this bullshit. So I go knocking on the door. She comes out wrapped up in a blanket. And she's like, shh. So, she had a dude up in there. I'm like, oh, okay. I was just in the neighborhood, so I was just stopping by to say hello. And that was it. I had never seen her again. She never called me again. I've never, ever got dissed by a woman like that. That's the only time ever I got dissed by a woman in my life. Just that was it. So she left, or I left her apartment, and I learned a lesson from that. Not a lesson about not sleeping with black women. I'll probably do it again. But in my other video, I have some, prerequisites on doing that. But at the end of the day, friends don't fuck their friends. If you're a man, you're friends with a woman, once you have sex, shit goes downhill. And I regret having sex with her because, I thought we were good friends, and I guess we weren't. She just wanted the pinky, as my friend would say. She just wanted the pinky. Anyways, I guess that's about it. And you guys take it easy. And hey, brothers and sisters, don't fuck your friends. It's not worth it.